members of the Board of Trustees, President Privet, faculty and staff of the university, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Good afternoon. I am deeply honored to be here today and to receive this honorary degree from the University of San Francisco, and humbly accept this with great humility. Although I have not had the privilege of studying in this university, I do share something common with you all. I spent my early years studying in two institutions run by Irish Catholic nuns, and many times receiving instruction given by Jesuit fathers. Though I am a Buddhist, I never felt the slightest inward conflict between my Catholic-based education and my Buddhist convictions. In fact, they enabled me to widen my spiritual horizon, and it enabled me to respect other religious traditions. As you all know, I have not earned this doctorate by academic study, and therefore I do not claim to have the same emotional feelings of joy that you all might have upon getting your degrees through vigorous study. However, I rejoice in the fact that this honor is an indication of the university's recognition of our work for the Tibetan refugee children in the Tibetan Children's Village. To tell you a little bit about myself, I was born in Tibet and was sent to India in the late 1940s to acquire a Western education. When I left my country then, I had no idea that I was about to witness the end of the Tibet that I had been born in, and that political developments would thrust the Tibetan people into the most critical period in our history. In the midst of all these developments, I felt it was most important for me to complete my studies and serve His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the Tibetan cause. On account of the critical situation that the Tibetan refugee children faced during the early years in exile, I was thrust deep into the efforts to improve many of them, to provide them an all-round upbringing in the form of the institution that we currently know as the Tibetan Children's Villages. For more than 42 years, I have the privilege of serving virtually thousands of children. To date, over 41,000 children have left from the Tibetan Children's Villages, and at the moment, we are taking care of over 15,000 children in our children's villages and homes, and we have a strong outreach program for another over 4,000 students. So in total, it's almost 17,000 children that we are looking after. I was not trained as an educationalist, so I had to learn the art of the science of it through direct experience and through seeking guidance from others. Most of all, I received guidance and advice at every step from His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, who referred to the children as the future seeds of Tibet, and considered their education a top priority, and always made time for all my questions and needs. But I also had lots of help from others, and there were many Jesuit priests who lived in India and who ran different institutions all over India, educational institutions mostly, and they were invited by us, and they would come and give workshops to our staff, and they were really of great benefit for many of our young staff who had just come out of college and they didn't know much what was to be done, and also I didn't know. So the guidance from the Jesuit priests served a great deal for for improving our education, and also the staff also benefited much from these workshops. And I think a lot of credit goes to those people who gave us the sound advice as to what we should do in the education of our Tibetan children in exile. We have always believed that it is not enough to provide the children, particularly the refugee children, with an academic education alone. It is also important to give the children a combination of a real home, a family, and an education. Accordingly, we shaped the Tibetan Children's Village into a truly integrated learning community. And these, in the children's villages, instead of having dormitories for the children to stay in, we built little homes where the children would be looked after by a house father or a house mother or a married couple. And then these children, we tried to provide them as much love and care and attention that we could give them, because most of the children, especially in the early 60s when we first started, they were mostly orphans. Many of them lost their parents when the parents were escaping into India, coming from Tibet. So we felt that it was so important to give them a home, because the most important thing that you can give to any child is the love and the affection of the parents, and that we wanted to give them. Under such an environment, the values of sharing, understanding, and helping each other, resolving differences through dialogue and reconciliation are central to our upbringing of the children. We stress the importance of kindness and compassion. This is also a universal message of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, that we do our work to impart to the children under our care, teaching them about our interdependency and the necessity of living in peace and harmony with each other. The motto of your university is "Change the world from here." At TCV, we adopted the motto "Others before self." And we adopted this motto because in 1972, His Holiness gave a talk to the children, and he told them that whatever they are receiving now, it's because due to the kindness of the government of India, from many individuals from across the world, they were sending help for the children. So with this help, we were able to take care of the children. So he said, now you're receiving from others, and when you are educated and when you're grown up, it's very important that you go out and also help others. So our motto was "Others before self." I hope that someday in the not too far off future, the work that we have started in India can be carried in Tibet too. As things stand now, the situation inside Tibet is very bleak. As you may know, now almost 100 Tibetans set themselves on fire as a protest towards China's repressive policies in Tibet. This is a very sad time for us, as His Holiness always says, never give up, and keeping this in mind, we shall continue to strive and work towards a better future. Now I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the graduates here today and to wish you all much success in whatever you endeavor to do. But most of all, as His Holiness always advises our youth, he says the most important thing is to be a good human being with a warm and kind heart, and to be always compassionate. So I think, whether you're working in the health or in the health field or as nursing or maybe as teachers, I think to have a compassionate heart is the most important thing. And this is something which will carry you through life much more than any degrees. That's what I think. So I would like to request you to keep this in mind, because I think in today's world there is a great need for love and compassion, understanding, tolerance, all that kind of good qualities, these values. So I'm sure with all your, the education that you have received here in the university, you will carry these good qualities with you wherever you go. And I would like to conclude this talk by quoting a great Buddhist master from India. He's called Shantideva. And I quote, "May I be a guard for those who are protectorless, a guide for those who journey on the road, for those who wish to cross the water. May I be a boat, a raft, a bridge." Thank you.